Alright, so today we're installing a dash cam battery, and hardwiring onto the car. It's not for this car, unfortunately. It's for an Audi S3 because, well, my car not that good and not running and need drive. Yes. Ooh, okay, time to start. That red interior, that... Get that out of here. Get this shit out of here. Alright, look at that red interior. Hopefully I don't f any of this up, you know. It's just gonna pop this open. You gotta do a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna time lapse through it because honestly, it's not that important. You just don't break anything, you know. Make sure you unplug the battery so you don't, because I'm about to maybe take out the airbag so I have a little more room. But I don't want the airbag to blow up in my face, so he's taking it off for me. I unplugged your, I just removed your light switch thing.
Why should not even be an airbag?
What is this?
It's just decoration. I think it's not premium anymore, bro. It's freemium.
You have right here, you have this whole fuse box, right? You got this whole ass fuse box. None of it matters because I'm not gonna, you can always check if you really want it with a voltmeter, but this one is fuse F40 right here. If you look it up, the fuse box for 2013, 2018 S3 or any of your cars, this is the cigarette lighter one. You get your fuse tap, you tap it into here, you plug it into your fuse tap, and then it'll be okay because it'll only be on when the car is on. Is that what you want? Because you don't want it to run while your car is off because you're gonna drain your battery and your car is gonna die. Not fun. So you gotta find the correct fuse tap, which is, I think it's this one. Then you take this, open the included fuses with your kits, and what you're gonna do, you're gonna take it out, grab the fuse that you need. In this case, it's a 20 amp fuse. With this, you plug it into here, like so. Then you take out the fuse that's in the car, and you just plug it all back in. Doesn't matter which side, as long as it's back in.
Doesn't matter what side. Doesn't matter what side.
Oh no. It's just a hello. Go in, please. Ah, there we go. Easy. Just goes right in there. And put it back where you found it, which is right where fuse 40 is. So again, what you get with the Blackvue battery is this. The fuse tap that I just installed, the cigarette lighter adapter, the cigarette lighter to the camera, and the wire for the fuse tap. So while we're waiting for my assistant to grab me the wire crimpers, why get this? Not because it's clean as f***, but because it's so useful that it has adapters. The cigarette lighter adapter makes it so useful for anyone to put it in their car and have a parking mode for the car. Because the nice thing about this battery is that it has a pass-through. In my previous video, I think I went over it as well, but we'll go over it real quick. You plug this in, it powers your camera, also charges itself, and when the car turns off, the camera will run on the battery of this until this dies. And if your camera has a parking mode as well and has an internal battery, that'll run a little longer. So I think one of these lasted my dual camera setup for 13 hours plus whatever internal battery, so 14 hours, which is enough for overnight. So if you drive your car every freaking day, very useful. When you're in parking mode, someone taps your car, you get their license plate. Ah. Bruh, you had it right here. What the?
That's what I thought it was, but those weren't it.
It was right here.
I wasn't looking. I was playing with this.
What are you playing?
So crazy.
Do you know I bought these and never used them, but they're just so
That's
cool.
so cool, yeah, it's cool.
They're extra long.
What is it for?
To the actual size of something. So you take this, wrap it in electric tape. One, because it'll make sure the connection doesn't just randomly spark electricity, and two, because it gives you peace of mind that the tap and the wire itself doesn't just come apart. The scariest thing about taking apart your car is breaking a panel. This is plastic, so everything just comes right apart. It's not that hard. It's a little scary to do, but it's okay. Nice. Alright, would you look at that? Plugged it in. Now it is in charging mode. If you can, I don't know if you can see the light here, but it's red on this most left light, and the Bluetooth, everything should be on. I have the application on my phone, so it's the Blackvue app. Download it off the App Store. Okay, and you scan for batteries. This one should pop up. 124X and if it should match up with the code on the battery itself. Yeah, click on the code and it'll tell you how much, right here, battery capacity, output, what the charging capacity is, everything. So we know that now this is hardwired to this, and if I turn off the car completely, this should not be charging anymore. See? Right here. Wait a little bit, car is turned off, and battery is not in use. So we know that if you have an S3 at least, F40, which is the fuse I just showed you, so you don't need to look it up, is the cigarette lighter that will only be on when you turn the car on. So what I did, so what I did mainly was take the wire and essentially I shoved it behind the hood latch area, and it's routed under the hood latch area. Is it a perfect fit? He'll never notice. Nor will he know if I did it perfectly or not, because he doesn't know how it was before. Gotta love plastic on cars. So what I have here is a cheap wire snake, where you can buy it from Amazon. First things first, this is the wire right here that connects to the actual dash cam. And here's the dash cam back. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tie this to the wire snake so that when I wire the camera, it's gonna connect to the battery, and it's gonna do this all in one swoop. So you first tape it to the wire snake, and then snake the wire from under the driver's seat into the area where we just looked at. You just thread the snake through the hole. There are two layers. There is the sound deadening layer and just a carpet layer. If you can go below the sound deadening, like how the car wires are, but if you go through the carpet, it's not the worst. It's not the end of the world. Kind of jumping to now, before you start putting all this wiring in, make sure you measure the length of wire you need by, first opening your camera, taking this out, putting in your SD card, and then routing the wire to see how much length you actually need before you go through and, put it all into your liner. Now back to me routing this through the entire thing. Here you go. Alright, so last step. You have all this put away. Everything's all nicely routed. Come a little closer right here. All this all nice put away. You see nothing here. All you got this nice big chunky mess on the bottom of the thing. So what we're gonna do, we remove this plastic piece covering, I don't know what the hell this thing is. What's under your car, dude? Stuff. Alright, we put this back on, if you took it off earlier. we mount it all back in, and then what we're gonna do is take these Velcro strips and mount it to right here. He's never gonna see it, and it's gonna be all nice and clean, kind of like this. Last thing we're gonna do, so just for safety purposes, because I don't want his camera all of a sudden just dying and never charging again, take some electric tape. You're gonna do this, just loop it around, maybe, you know, twice. And if you ever wants to add a battery extension, because you can, one more, you can plug it right here, and it'll be, you have enough clearance for one more battery, I think. All right, so after all that, you got the camera all wired in. Now you gotta wire in the rear, because this is a 2-channel camera. Easiest thing, this wire is a lot thinner than the other one, so you're not gonna struggle as hard. Also, you're gonna use the other right angled side, because it's gonna look a lot cleaner in the front, because that's the one you're gonna be looking at. You're gonna wire it through here, wire it all the way through the headliner, all the weather strips, and then you're gonna stuff it through here and all the way to the back. So your best bet is pre-mount the camera and then route the wire. And what you're gonna do after is the excess, you're gonna pop out this panel and just stuff all the excess into the center, the B pillar plastic. So that's it. Wire connected all the way through. I wired it all in here, zip tied the excess into here. It's all nice. Seatbelt works, so you don't see any of this. You can still move this up and down. All good. Oh, whatever. And whatnot. And then it's wired all the way to the back. So look at that. All easy peasy, nice, and it all works in one nice neat package. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope that this was somewhat informational. Again, this is the second time installing a battery into a car, except this time it's for the actual camera it was meant to be for. And this camera is way better in every way possible. There's no distracting screen. You can do it from phone. There's a Wi-Fi mode. Everything about the Blackvue system is a lot better than my old Audi system. And this battery pack, you can expand on it. So it's great. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Subscribe, like, comment, blah, 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 bye. An extra for, you know, safety reasons. One more time because you're scared. Another time because Bitcoin. Another time. And it's good enough. There you go. Easy peasy. It's not coming out. All gonna get charged, and it's all gonna mount right under here, and it'll be good to go.
Man really said for Bitcoin.